I just saw this deck in the recent list of 5-0s, and I was looking, and I just immediately stopped right here. So we're going to play this deck. I didn't get to look at any of the other decks. Look at all these decks. Look at all these different decks. And I got carried away by this deck, the Selective Oracle deck, and it looks really made by Acquire Cardboard. And I'm curious to see what else they play. This is the only deck they've ever trophied with. They just brought this deck out of the blue. It looks pretty sick. It looks pretty wild. So essentially what's happening is you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You're basically playing no lands, essentially. All these lands come into play tapped, Florent, thank you for giving out a gifted sub to Canister. I appreciate that. So this land you can pay through life to have it come into play untapped. So essentially, you're playing 24 comes into play tap lands, right? You're playing 4 Lotus Bloom, and you're playing 4 Seagate Restorations. Now, the way you can win is obviously Charbelcher. Real top cards is your real land card. You're playing no lands, so ha ha ha. Right? Charbelcher, just kill someone. So 7 mana, play a Charbelcher, 3 mana, kill someone. The other way you can win is this card called Selective Memory. Search your library for any number of non-land cards, exile them, then shuffle. So you could go turn 3, cast Selective Memory, put 2 Thassa's Oracles on top of your library. Just exile every other card that's not Thassa's Oracle, right? So let's say, you have like 4 mana, someone casts Selective Memory, you put 2 Thassa's Oracles on top of your library, you draw, play Thassa's Oracle, they counter it, you draw, play Thassa's Oracle, they counter it, Like you just exile your entire library, except for Thassa's Oracle. So essentially there's 2 major win cons here. Mana Severance I don't think is legal in this format. I think this format is, Mana Severance is a legacy only card. So this is what's going on. It should be very interesting. There's a lot of these multi-face cards that I've never used before. Like Beyeen Veil. Beyeen Coast. I've never seen that one before. Umara Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, Umara Wizard gains flying until end of turn. And it's a 4/3. I have a feeling that eventually we're going to cast some of these cards face down. This card's actually really good. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You can reveal an instant or sorcery from among them and put it in your hand. That one's really good. And Jwari Disruption. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 mana. These cards are actually have text. Right? Glasspool Mimic. I mean, in theory, you could copy a Thassa's Oracle, so I guess it kind of has text. And the sideboard, some Spell Pierces, some Echoing Truths, another Commandeer, a basic Mountain for any deck that's playing, like, kind of land destruction type spells. Like, let's say you're playing against someone who plays, like, a Besage You, for example. They Besage You one of these lands, you can get a Mountain. And if you hit Mountain off Charbelcher, the Charbelcher deals double damage. So putting a Mountain in your deck is not really that big of a risk with Charbelcher. If the revealed land is a Mountain, Goblin Charbelcher deals double damage instead. So, yeah, this deck does look super sweet. We're going to give it a shot. So, sort, mana value. What's the worst thing that happens, right? Oh, yeah, and we have free counters. So we have Disrupting Shoal is free. We have Snapback is free. You can exile a blue card. We have Force of Negation is free. We have Subtlety is free. And we have Commandeer is free. Exile 2 blue cards from your hand. Gain control target non-creature spell. Disrupting Shoal is you may exile a blue card with mana value X from your hand rather than that spell's casting cost. Counter target spell. So we're playing essentially all these free spells. So let's dive in. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Modern League. Let's jam. What do we got here? Let's take a look. We've got Lotus Bloom, Lotus Bloom, Lotus Bloom. Tap land. All right, we're going to keep. Because, like, as long as I don't play a Teferi, we're good. Uh-oh. All right, a DRC. We can beat that. Okay, so we're going to go play this tapped. Suspend. 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 Go ahead. That's kind of cool. This is an interesting list to see Generous Ent in here. You don't see the usual cards that are in this. You don't usually see... Okay, so what is our opponent up to, we think? We should be able to kill them pretty easily once we get these Lotus Blooms. We should just be able to go Selective Memory, dump our hand, Thassas. Here comes a Bowmaster. Ooh, Seek the Beast. Ooh, fancy. Our opponent is being very Tasigur? The Golden Fang? Oh my god. I haven't seen this card in 5 years. Look at this. The Golden Fang. Look at that. What a card. This card used to dominate Modern. How crazy. Not dominate, but it was a big player. The Banana Lord himself. We're just in awe. We're just sitting and watching the majesty of it. Did I see the Jurassic Park version of Tasigur? No. Let's take a look. My favorite part about Tasigur was Tassapur from Tar City. This cat with the little dog head thing. This is the greatest. This is the greatest Tasigur. Let's look at Tasigur. Oh my god, what the fuck? I'll just stick with Tassapur, thank you very much. Yeah, my favorite art is Tasigur. Yeah, Slumgar. What the hell's his name? S-U-L. What the hell's S-L-U-M? There's the one dragon where Tasigur is on his neck. How the hell do you spell that? S-I-L? God, there's so many stupid cards. S-I-L-U-M. Yeah. Where's he? Yeah. That's Tasigur hanging around his neck. Okay, so they played a giant Death Shadow. We just have to survive. Okay, so we just wait till next turn. We'll cast Snapback on the Death Shadow if it gets too big. Honestly, we could Snapback now. Let's just do that. Let's just snap it back now. Because they're dying next turn. Next turn, we're just going Lotus Blooms, get 9 mana, 11 mana, cast Selective Memory, cast Thassa. Yeah. Yeah, there's Tasigur on the body. But I don't know, Tassapur is the greatest. This is the greatest with the little doopy dog. How do you beat this? So here's the original Tasigur, where they're chilling with the dead zombie banana head. This is just infinitely better. This is one of the greatest playmats. Kudos to Star City. This Creature Comfort series was amazing. Yeah, our opponent's reading. If they have 2 Thoughtseizes, we'll probably lose. I don't know, it's our first game with the deck. We're not really playing this game. Our opponent's playing this game. We're not doing shit. I take that back. Our opponent is not playing this game. And we're still not doing shit. Okay, what do we want? We won. We won. They Thoughtseized us, they saw our hand, and then they won the game. Mana value. So, Selective Memory. Search your library for any number of non-land cards. So we're just going to cast Selective Memory, dump our whole deck, and then play Thassa's Oracle. What do we want to sideboard? Do we want to sideboard anything? We could bring in Engineered Explosives against them. We could bring in Chalice of the Void. We could do all this stuff. I don't really feel like Commandeer is that great against the Thoughtseize deck. Although we could Thoughtseize them. Deck's great. Deck's just perfect. I don't know why I'd want to mess with it. I mean, you could literally make an argument for every single card in this sideboard to come in. This hand's kind of interesting. We have 2 lands. And then a bunch of pitch cards. We can counter a 4. I don't think this hand's very good. But I don't really want to mulligan versus a Thoughtseize deck. So we're going to keep it. Like if we mulligan and they start Thoughtseizing us. We'll put it on the stream decker now. Oops. Whoops. Amateur hour over here. Amateur streamer. Decks, upload new, browser, upload file. Selective Oracle. Okay. That should work now. Okay, so they're doing nothing. Where did I find this? The 5-0. The Chalice on 0. Well, joke's on you. I don't have any zeros. I can't do anything about this. They could take a land, but they're probably going to take Charbelcher. Well, we cannot cast Lotus Bloom anymore. I would take the land. Yeah, it's interesting. It depends on their follow-up, right? If the game's gonna... If they have, like, a follow-up, then I would probably take a land. But if they don't have a follow-up, I would take Belcher. If they have no pressure, then this Goblin Charbelcher is eventually going to kill them. If they do have pressure, then they could probably kill me before this goes. So they took a land. That's not great for us. Not great. Let's draw a lands. Let's draw lands. Okay. They knew about both lands, so doesn't matter which one we play. I guess maybe if they have a duress, it's better to keep this one in our hands. Yeah. We do have the subtlety here. We can subtlety something to buy ourselves some time. Looks like we shan't have to. I want to play this as a 4-3 and just kill someone. That's the dream. Ooh. Let's cast this. Land. I guess we just top both of these, right? Top. Play this. I'm saving this in case they have a duress, right? They can't duress this one. Bolt me? Whoa. 5 mana, 4-3? Listen. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You know what? How about we Voidwalker next turn? Let's just Voidwalker next turn. This one should slow them down, right? just slow them down a little bit. Because we're just plotting along, right? We just need lands to get to our little Belcher. Play the Wizard. 5-man, I know, right? Listen, it can fly above attackers. I can't think of a better card, really. To be honest, I can't think of a better card. Voidwalker. I guess this resolves, seeing as how I can't do anything about it. Uh-oh, a duress. Oh, is this a Thassa? I can't do anything about this. If this cost more mana, I would pitch the Disrupting Shoal to do this. Alright, I guess I just play the Wizard tapped. Maybe I can counter a 3-drop with this. Okay. So this is going to resolve, but we can Disrupting Shoal the Thoughtseize. Disrupting Shoal. Boink, 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 boink. Alright, so... Hidden Shoal mode, the hardcast. Okay. So, we have a choice. We can cast Charbelcher and kill them next turn, or we could cast Selective Memory and kill them next turn. I feel like Selective Memory is better because let's say they have Kolaghan's Command, right? We're just dead if they have Kolaghan's Command anyway, because we're going to 1 life. So if they have Kolaghan's Command, we're dead. So let's just cast Selective Memory. And let's just put a Thassa's Oracle on top. Because this gives them an out of having some kind of, like, destroy target creature, destroy target artifact. Yeah, alright, let's Selective Memory. Exile, exile, exile. Oh my god, what a pain in the ass. 1, 2... 3, 4. Oh, I have to click all these individually? No. Oh my god. Alright, next time we're playing Charbelcher, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. Snapback, snapback, snapback. Subtlety. Subtlety. Thing. So we're leaving this Thassa's Oracle unchecked. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, this is miserable. 10. This is checked? Is that checked? That's checked. Checked. Okay. Did I miss anything? Check. Okay, check. One Thassa's Oracle. Do these cards have a void counter on them? No, they don't. Okay. I should hold this Glasspool Mimic in case I have to Subtlety or Ragavan. Alright. So, if they have a Lightning Bolt, we die. We'll have to see what happens. We're dead to Bolt. We're dead to Kolaghan's Command. How to die to Bolt in 46 easy clicks. That was not easy. I clicked and unclicked a bunch of those a bunch of different times. If I'm not mistaken, you can't pay X with this, right? You can't Disrupting Shoal and pay X with this, right? Or can they Disrupting Shoal? Yeah, X is 0, right? DRC's fine. Oh. They have to exile a blue card from your hand. They need a blue card, right? Yeah, X is 0. Yay! Deck's great. Arguably the greatest match of Magic I've ever played in my life. Okay, what do we got here? We got we have 2 lands. We don't have a way to win the game, but we have Thassa's Oracle. And we can Commandeer something. So hopefully we could like Commandeer a Planeswalker or something stupid. This hand looks the greatest. This is one of the best hands I've ever seen. Alright, let's see what our opponent's up to. Hopefully our opponent is not casting Thoughtseize. Because this deck feels sweet against everything that's not Thoughtseize or counterspells. Or a fast clock, or interaction, or mill, or anything like that. Cavern of Souls, Merfolk. Oh, damn it. We could Commandeer this. Well, that lets us put in Thassa's Oracle for free. Snapback, Subtlety. Our Aether Vial Comrade. Okay. Let's put this to 2. Yes. Let's play this. Suspend this. Alright. I hope they turn my thing into a smuggler's copter. Do I want to force this? I think I do want to force this. I only need 3 mana. I only need 4 mana to do this. I just have to draw Selective Memory when the Lotus Bloom comes off. This Pioneer, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go yes. So now all we need to do is draw Selective Memory. And we'll always yield, always no to this. Our opponent is like, what the hell are we playing against? We do lose to Stiflefish. Stiflefish is not the best for us. Alright, would you like to put a child? No. I mean, I don't think it's no profit, right? We stop them from being aggressive. They would have had Violon too. And they would have had a Smuggler's Copter beating us down. You know, I mean, that's not nothing. All we need to do is find Selective Memory and we just win the game. Right, we're getting a Lotus Bloom next turn. So all we need is a Selective Memory or a Charbelcher or something like that, and we just win. I mean, if that Charbelcher was hitting us, we'd be at like 10 right now. Or not the Charbelcher. The thingy. Okay, so now our Lotus Bloom comes off suspend. So we're going to always no, always yield. This comes off suspend. They don't have the Stiflefish here, which is good. They can't cast the Stiflefish. So now all we need to do is draw a Selective Memory. I guess I should hold this in my hand. That way I can Subtlety Stiflefish if I draw Selective Memory. Flash Lord. Yeah. They do have Cavern, but Subtlety gets around Cavern. A Trickster. We have to keep Subtlety too, because Trickster stops Oracle. No, Trickster doesn't stop Oracle. Does it? No. Alright, we're taking 5 here. Alright, so all we need to do is draw... Snapback. That card's pretty good. That'll buy us some time. We can bounce the Lord in the middle of combat next turn. Should I just bounce this Lord now? No, I should wait till the middle of combat. This is a lot of power. A lot of power. Alright, let's zap this. It saves us 4 life. Bonk. All we need is Selective Memory. Then we get to win this game. Right, we take 4. We go to 9 here. Dockhand. I don't think they run Counterspell's main deck. They're holding up something. Okay, deck. Can we please get... Can we please have Selective Memory? I suppose that works too. What are they holding up? They're holding up the Lord Fish? Should I play this land tapped? I mean, if they play the Lord, we'll have to counter it. Belcher. Alright, we'll have to Subtlety this. Subtlety the Hexcatcher. Okay. Let's see where they put it. They put it on the bottom. Right, now we play this. Tapped. Okay. If they have Stiflefish, we're toast. If we... We'll have to see what happens. We are dead to Stiflefish. No, I don't think so. You could. But the problem is most of the combos you need to pass the turn. Right? You need to draw, then pass the turn. And they wouldn't even work on the Cavernous Souls. I guess they didn't have Stiflefish. Wow. That's pretty lucky. Pretty lucky, pretty lucky, pretty lucky. Alright. What do we want against them? I don't think Commandeer is a good card to have against them. I think we want the One Ring. I think we want the One Ring, and I think we want Ensnaring Bridge. I think we want these 3 cards. I think Force of Negation isn't that great. It only hits Chalice, or it only hits that 1-drop spell. We don't really have a second color, right? We only have EE on 1 we could do. We could take Echoing Truths to attempt to buy ourselves some time, but we have enough cards to do that already, so let's just jam. Let's just jam. This should be a very hard matchup with Stiflefishes and stuff. Like, 1 Stiflefish, and we would have lost that game. Okay. Turn 1. Turn 2. Turn 3. Selective Memory. Alright. We have ourselves a keeper here. If they play Aether Vial, I will Disruptive Shoal pitching Preordain. Get out of here. Get out of here. That just gives them such a mana advantage. A lot of their merfolk are like double blue to cast and stuff like that. Alright, what's the worst one of these? This one? Or this one? Look at the top 6 real instant. We just need this, so let's play you. Plus, I also don't want them to put Aether Vial at 3 and then have, like, a counter for our thing always. This makes a foresight. That's the Scry 3 if you have it in your opening hand, right? No! Alright. We're having fun. The content mines. Look, they're playing the cards. Let's play Yield. Okay. I really don't like that Aether Vial that they have. Really just is not good for us. The no sounds? Amulet figure. Don't let Spike get his hands on this deck. He'll put amulets and Lotus Fields in. We have a counterspell active next turn. That'll be exciting. Into their Cavern of Souls Aether Vial. We got this counterspell. What could go wrong? I mean, the biggest thing is they don't have a clock on us, right? We're under 0 pressure. Blink. Yield to turn. 0 pressure. Well, here's a little bit of pressure. We can snapback this thing. This card creates a bit of a problem for us. And resolving this Ensnaring Bridge. That's still chilling. Yeah, it's not turning up. It's not tearing up the the big time tournaments just yet. Okay. So this is going to be very annoying. Tide Shaper. Oh no, they're going to turn one of my things into a lands. How disastrous. The Aether Vial's on. Now I have an island. I'll take one here. I can snapback this Tide Shaper. Then, if they want to counter the Ensnaring Bridge, they have to sack the Mutavault. Or maybe I should just be patient here. I'm just going to be patient. I'm not going to do anything. I probably have to save the snapback for when I cast the Selective Memory. Let's play this. I could cast the bridge. What are they going to sack to it? They'll sack the Tide Shaper. They'll sack the Mutavault. We kind of got to run them out of Merfolk here. And if they sack Merfolk, we stay alive. We can resolve this. We have a lot of problems here. Like, the Stifle guy, they're going to activate the Mutavault, sack the Mutavault. Sure. They only have 2 cards left. A thing here. I don't know. I don't know. Feels like this is a terrible matchup. I won't lie. This matchup feels kind of terrible. This Aether Vial. Another Lord of Atlantis here. This does not feel very good. Guess I have to snap back this Lord here. Or I can snap back the Island Shaper. Island Shaper's the most damage. And if they sack a Merfolk, they sack a Merfolk. We have to try and stay alive here. We're only taking 7. I don't know how we're supposed to beat this card. I guess maybe we're supposed to use the snapback, pitch the snapback. No, I don't know how we could have done this. With the Vial on 2 to put this back in, right? You know, there's nothing we can really do about this. I guess we have to cast this. And they're gonna kill it. They'll sack something. Yeah, we can't beat this card, this Hexcatcher, right? We're taking 7. We play Selective Memory. They counter it. We're dead. We can't win. This card's too strong. What do we have to deal with this card? What do we have that can actually deal with that? Maybe Echoing Truth? But the problem is it has Flash, so, like, we can't really respond to it. We don't really have a lot of good answers to that card, or any of these cards, to be honest. We could bring in Echoing Truth, but that just buys us time. All right, let's just run it back. All right, we have this. We have this. We have this. All right, we can keep. Sand doesn't do much, but I'm afraid to mulligan. We can counter a 1. We can counter an Aether Vial. We can counter, like, a guy and then hope that we get lucky with the Vial. Or with the, I don't know. I think I need to counter this. This card just is too strong. That card is too strong. Okay. I could shock this in and then play this as a thing. Maybe we Jwara's Disruption something. That'll be exciting. Buy ourselves some more time. Oh, perfect. Alright. Well, we'll just play this tap next turn, and then we can snap back the creature. Let's play this. And let's pass the turn. Hexcatcher. They can't be countered. That's terrific. That Hexcatcher is a big-time problem. But Cavernous Souls is pretty annoying. Maybe we could actually kill it with the Subtlety in the future. If we draw another land, we could potentially Subtlety it. Alright, so we get our Lotus Bloom here. Okay, so let's play this. And if they attack, I think I'll use the Lotus Bloom to block that thing. We'll sack the Lotus Bloom, play the Subtlety, block that thing. Trick. We could counter this pitching the Disrupting Shoal, but I don't think we need to do that. Tide Shaver, sure. I think we need to hardcast the Subtlety here. We just sack this, hardcast this, block this. Because we're probably going to have a hard time resolving any spell while this is around. Just block this Hexcatcher. Buy ourselves a bunch of time. They probably didn't see this card coming. So get to pick this off for free. Not for free, but at the cost of the Lotus Bloom. And now we have, like, good blocks if they ever attack and stuff. And we have 4 mana that lets us cast most of our stuff. Smuggler's Copter. I could Disrupting Shoal this. Is this Disrupting Shoal going to get any better? So now all we need to do is draw Belcher or Selective Memory. And we should be good. Preordain. I don't think I want either of these cards. Bottom. Bottom. I could make another copy of this. Subtlety. That's probably better than playing this as a land. Am I attacking? I don't think so. I think I am attacking, because the odds of them having a lord here and being able to, like, attack through my guy is pretty high. Well, I don't have islands, actually, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have attacked, but at the same time, maybe we can cheese a win by attacking with subtleties. Oh, now we have an island. Now we have an island for if they play a lord. But they can't really attack this turn. What are we drawing? Oh, this is really good. Because if they play a lord, they'll think they'll be able to attack. And we can bounce the lord. Oh, that would be so sick. Unbelievably sick if they do that. They go lord, uncounterable lord, 1-2, attack. And we snap back the lord, block, block. Oh, oh, it'd be so good. That's not good. Well, I guess we're suspending this. Okay. Yup. God, these things are so annoying. All these little merfolk are just so annoying. It's the most annoying thing in the world, these little merfolk. Where's Fury? Unban Fury. We need to get rid of this merfolk deck. 1, 2. Lord of Atlantis. Yes. Just play Boyle. Boyle wouldn't even do anything. They're not even going to attack? What? Why are we not attacking? What on earth would tell you not to attack? I guess the only way I win this game is to, when was the last time I played Blue-White Control? Last time, and I haven't. It's terrible. Nobody plays it. It doesn't win anything. I guess I could bounce the, I'm just going to take a draw. We might actually have to cast this. But they could just counter it. So we'll just play it. It's never been good. Blue-White Control hasn't won anything or done anything since Wafo quit. Yep, we're just dead. I can't believe they didn't attack last turn. Whatever. What do we got here? We got Lotus Bloom, Selective Memory, 1 land. I guess we can keep. What was his name? Watu, WA10 or whatever. What was his name? WAT is like 0-0 or something like that. What the hell is his name? Oh, it's this. WAT00. So he played like 2 weeks ago. He played like a month ago. Like, he's playing and stuff, but he's not streaming. Which is, you know, more power to him. He could do, you know, he lives his own, do his own jam. Okay. This hand seems pretty good. Miss Watu streams. Yeah, his streams had a good vibe. He had a good voice. He had a good vibe. He had a good voice. Okay. Suspend. Play the Veil. And we're good. Well, he probably, I mean, streaming doesn't pay that well. It does not pay very well at all. We don't care about this. It does not pay very well unless you're very popular and are willing to run a lot of ads. then you can get paid a reasonable amount. You can either be very popular or run a lot of ads. Oh no, Ghost Quarter! Oh no. No, Ghost Quarter. I mean, this creature doesn't matter, right? We can't... we don't have any basics anyway. So they got us. Oh no, we couldn't search. Merfolk. We lost to Merfolk. They had that Merfolk to counter non-creature spells, and it just destroyed us. Okay, so we'll just play this land. And we get to this next turn, and then we can either go Selective Memory, just put 2 Thassa Oracles on top, or we can... oh, Volatile Fault. Great. This is great fun. Yeah. Yeah. Which obviously doesn't make money. Doesn't make that much money. You know? Like, doing that without running ads and stuff and not interacting and relying on donations and stuff. You know? I mean, if he was more popular than me, for sure. But, you know. You're not exactly breaking the bank, and you're putting yourself at a competitive disadvantage. Right? Because your opponents can see your hand. Arbiter stops Selective Memory. Well, we can pay the 2, but does stop Selective Memory. We could just play the Charbelcher. Hope we draw another land. Either way, we need to draw another land to do Selective Memory pay. My last job was at a casino. My last job, I worked in a casino. I worked as a poker supervisor. I guess we have to draw another land no matter what. Let's just play the Charbelcher. I think it's our best course of action. Right? Because we have to draw a land to go Selective Memory, to pay 2, and then Selective Memory. My last job was at Commerce Casino in California. Yeah. I worked at Commerce Casino. I worked at Foxwoods Casino. I worked at Resorts World Catskills. What is this? Sword of Light and Shadow. How about no? How about no? Okay, so let's draw a land, please. Thank you. Alright, all we have to do is untap with 3 lands. Against the deck playing Ghost Quarters and this shit. Is that where I learned to count cards? There's books about that. There's apps you can download. There's books about that. But it's very... it's not very productive. Because if you're good at it, you're just going to get kicked. Like, in most places, like, whatever. Okay, well, let's kill them. Bonk. Like, they have the right to refuse service. I'm kind of surprised they didn't want to see our deck. If I was sitting in their shoes, I'd want to see what the hell just happened. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. No. Like, they'd just be like, look, I'm sorry, sir, you can't play here. You know? And, like, even if you can count cards, right? It's like a very small percentage of decks that are in your favor. Like, mathematically speaking, if there's 10 shoes, like, 1 or 2 of them are going to be in your favor. Right? And you have to play the other shoes, you know, and mathematically speaking, it's better to play on an endless shuffler than it is to play on a shoe. If that makes sense to any of you guys. It probably doesn't. Okay, we were definitely bringing in the mountain. So if they do whatever us, we have an answer. I don't think we need Commandeer, but I do think Echoing Truth to bounce things will probably be pretty good. And we'll cut out of this. Yeah. Because you have to think about it, like, the RNG stays exactly the same on an infinite device, right? Whereas, like, there's a whole article. If you're serious about gambling and you want to learn about gambling, there's this really good website called the Wizard Odds, right? This is the website you go to if you want to learn about gambling. This has everything you ever could want to know about gambling. All right, let's keep. Aether Vial. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Yeah. 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 Just play. Okay, so all we gotta do is make it 3 turns and have them not do anything crazy to ruin the plan. Ghost Quarter. Stoneforge Mystic. Can we race a Stoneforge Mystic? I mean, I have Disrupting Shoal, so I might as well just go... Boop. Boop. Might as well just counter this. This is one of their fastest clocks, right? Your Wizard Brew? I haven't seen it. Got a link? But how do you count magic cards? 60 of them. Right here, it says 5 and 2. Play that. But like the problem is that the amount of time that it takes to learn how to count cards and all that stuff, you just get a fucking job at the casino. Just get a job. Count them one at a time. Alright, our snapback is now useless. Alright, don't have Leonin Arbiter. Alright, well, we'll float a mana. And we will get our basic mountain. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, no. To be honest, no. It's so rare. It's so rare. You want to hear a funny story? This is a fucked up story, right? I shouldn't tell it. It's a fucked up story. There was this guy that I kind of hated. He was kind of a dick, right? And one time I was playing like a homebrew game, right? I'm playing like this home game. And this dude brags to me. And the dude brags to me about how he got kicked out of Turning Stone for counting cards. Turning Stone is this local casino. So he like brags to me about it, and he's like showing me his thing. Oh, mother of... Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, it does. So, all we need is a land, right? And then we can just cast this. Well, the problem is, Snapback you can cast for free, right? You could free do it, but they have the Giver. So they would just give her this. And I would be completely useless, right? So we're just gonna accept our fate and give her. So anyway, this kid bragged to me about how he was kicked out of this one casino for counting cards. So, like a couple months into the casino, he showed up to this casino that I was working at. Like a couple years later, he showed up to this casino that I was working at. And I kind of didn't like the kid. So, never mind. The moral of the story is, if you want to make money at a casino, get a job. Get a job at the casino. That's the moral of the story. And not... so essentially, my buddy recognized him and was like, is this the guy that... my buddy recognized him and he ended up getting kicked out for being a card counter. That's the short end of the story. But that happened one time, and we were open for like a year, and one person got kicked out. I will tell you my other favorite story about a casino, right? So there's this one guy in upstate New York who's this really, really fancy craps player, right? Casinos don't want to lose money. There's this one guy in upstate New York. He's a really, really, really fancy craps player, right? We'll call him the dentist, right? So this guy, the dentist, right? He plays $100, $100 a number, right? Every roll is, $1,000. He's basically got $1,000 on the table every roll, right? He takes max odds, he takes numbers, he blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know if we can actually win this, but we can... I don't know the clock here, but we might be able to win. Let's do some math. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this new casino opens up, right? And this casino is about 3 hours away, 3 hours away from the other casino, right? So they invite this guy, the dentist, to the new casino on opening night, right? And they comp him a room at this fancy new thing. The room, like, they comped him a suite. So they gave this guy like $20,000 in opening night value because they knew he was a really big high roller, right? So they give this guy... I'm just dead. They give this guy like $20,000. They comp him, right? They comp him like $20,000 suite opening night. It's like $5,000 a night. It's this 2-story fancy suite. It's got a swimming pool, blah, 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 blah. So they like comp this dude, right? So they comp this dude. And then opening weekend, opening night, opening Friday night, I'm sitting box, right? Which is the guy who sits in the middle of the craps table. This guy comes up and I know him, right? So I'm friendly with this guy. I'm friendly with this dude. And he's an old guy. He's an old timer. So he has to use a chair. And my floor was just like, you can't use a chair. And so my floor just was such an asshole to this guy that this guy ended up leaving and never coming back because he couldn't use a chair on opening night. Meanwhile, the casino went out of their way, comped this guy, gave him a $20,000 room, and this one person was just mean to him, so he just left. So here's $20,000 just set on fire, just right down the drain. It's so crazy. Such a stupid thing. What'd you miss? Yeah. So the guy was just like, the guy got comped, they gave him a room, everything, he was there opening night, and they're just like, I'm sorry, sir, you can't use a chair. And meanwhile, he's like 80 years old. I was so blown away, but I couldn't say anything because she was my boss. And that casino set probably about $1 million on fire because that guy left. He never came back. That guy's never coming back. All right, we need bottom. We need things that kill our opponent. Yeah. 7 Wizard Bolt. Let's take a look at this deck. That was kind of a boring story, but it just shows that casinos are just disaster zones. I'm not sold on this new ferry. What are we doing? We're destroying my land? Bro. Alright, we'll float a blue. Okay. Volatile Fault. This card's interesting. Cast a Lotus Bloom. Alright. Maybe we should be mulliganing more aggressively with this deck. Maybe that would help our odds of winning. We have a bunch of snapbacks. Ghost Quarter? Bro. Lucky players. You just keep them playing. Just keep them playing. That's how you deal with lucky players. You just keep them playing. Alright, so I should probably just subtlety this. Yeah, I'm going to just subtlety this. I'm going to have to win the game with this subtlety. Like, if they're lucky, who cares? Like, casinos play the law of the long game. Like, you can always spike, but if they keep you playing. There's a scene in Casino, right? The actual movie Casino, where, like, it's worth a watch. But essentially, this one Japanese guy shows up and he wins, like, $20 million or whatever. So then he goes and hijacks the guy's plane so the guy won't come back. Right? That's the whole scene. Snapback. So they hijack the guy's plane and then the guy never, the guy can't come back. So the guy keeps playing, right? The guy keeps playing and then he gives all the money back. Because over time, you can't win. You can't win over time. Ephemerate. I guess I'm just going to snap back this. I wonder if I'm just priced into winning with subtlety. How do I win this game? Probably just bouncing that with this. Bonk. Alright, let's draw an untapped land. Oh, that's not bad. Smash. Just snap back to Cauldron. Oh, we're going to do that next time. How do we get a mountain? We have a mountain in our sideboard. Mono blue landless deck. We're playing a mountain. Alright. Begin combat. Begin combat. Smack. Yeah. Yeah. I've told a bunch of wild casino stories. Some more wild than others. Alright, so there's the Cauldron. And we'll just snap this back. Bonk. Bonk. Alright. They don't have... And this deck doesn't play Aether Vial. Should I counter this? This isn't going to stop them from dying to this card, right? We need to save this for... Oh, shit. That was such a good draw. Alright, we're going to win with Subtlety Beatdown. Subtlety... I mean, they're dead on board. They're pretty dead here. I think we're going to kill them with Subtleties. Jack finds only like $80. I actually had to sit in a vault one time. I sat in a vault while this guy, like, did a bunch of stuff. And, I sat in a vault one time for, like, an hour while they waited to clear this guy's, license. They, like, waited to clear this guy's, like, card. And the jackpot... He was, like, sitting in one of the spots of a mega jackpot payout, right? And they they had to clear it with whatever Eastern European country he was a part of, and it like took forever, and the guy like didn't want to do it, so the guy like turned down like $400 something just because he didn't want to deal with like dealing with his embassy and like the tax stuff of like this payout and stuff, because every big payout gets taxed, right? Every big payout of like any amount gets just taxed to shit. So you win like $1 million and they'll tax like 60% of it. So it's crazy. So they just have like special people at casinos who just do like tax stuff. It's wild. No, this hand does nothing. We could Lotus Bloom, but then we can't win. So let's mulligan this hand. Yeah, you're just playing on borrowed time. Because if you get good at it, you'll get blacklisted. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. We are doing the content today. Okay, so we don't have any way to win here. We have a bunch of mana, so we're going to put back Thassa Oracle. The mountain. Yeah. Listen, this deck is wild. This deck is wild. Good games. I thought we were doomed there for a second, but the subtlety beatdown plan. Alright, so let's suspend. Let's play this. Yeah, they can basically, they have the right, casinos have the right to deny anyone service of entry, or whatever the hell they want to call it, whatever it's called in each state. Each state's a little bit different. The right to play, service of entry. They can just say, you can't play our games. We don't like you, you don't want to play our games, yeah. But they have like so many rules and they're just protected. They don't build casinos to give away money. That's the biggest thing you gotta remember. They don't build casinos to give away money. How are we ever supposed to beat Murktide? In 1,000 million years. I guess we can only beat Murktide if they slip up. I guess we have enough counterspells. We don't even have a way to win the game yet. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a couple of stuff. Like there's this guy, Phil Ivey. Oh, the commercial came on. Essentially, if you do it and get good at it, they're just going to kick you from casinos. So, like, there's no point to doing it. And if you are going to do it, you have to do it with, like, a team of people. Watch the movie 21, right? Watch the movie 21 if you want to learn about that stuff. You can see how they did it and how they didn't get caught and all this stuff. There's a lot of ways to do it. You just have to, you know, be smart about it. Okay, so let's take a look at our hand here. We're casting a Lotus Bloom. Hopefully they don't do anything about it. Okay. So we get another Lotus Bloom next turn. So I feel like we should wait till next turn and then try and Charbelcher and kill them next turn. So we could Charbelcher with Force of Negation backup next turn. So I think we should wait to do that. Yeah, there's been a couple of big cases. There was actually a game at Foxwoods. It was like a novelty game, and it was called Wild Bill's Poker. And the math, and a bunch of MIT guys figured out the math of that game. And the way that the game was flawed in its design, and the MIT people were able to just make millions of dollars because this game was flawed. It was called like Wild Bill Poker at Foxwoods Casino. Let's see if it's Wild Bill. That was a long time ago. But that was like 30, 40 years ago. No, that was a different thing. Okay, so what do we got here? We have 1, 2, cast Goblin Charbelcher. If all they have is Counterspell, okay. Do they make millions in the casino? I don't actually know. Alright, so we want Spell Pierces. We probably don't want... I guess Commandeer is okay. Commandeer is a lot. What do we not want? Spell Pierce is a good way to fight back. Maybe we cut... I don't even know what we can cut. Maybe we cut a... Disrupting Shoal? No, Commandeer and Disrupting Shoal. Probably good. We probably don't want to go down to Commandeer something, so let's just submit. Yeah. Yeah, you can just have math programs and computer programs. I'm trying to find this story. Oh well. That was a long time ago. Okay, what do we got here? We don't have anything, but we have lands. We have this. We have this. I guess we'll keep. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is exactly it. The casino. Alright, yeah. Think of ways to profit. Blah, 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 blah. In the 1990s, Foxwoods Resort Casino offered a little-known game called 6-card Wild Bill Hickok Poker. Due to its low popularity, Foxwood alters the rules to make it very enticing. When they changed the rules, they messed up, and they gave the players the house edge against the casino. So he bankrolled him and his MIT friends to attack the game. Yup, this is what I was talking about. So this was like before computers when this game was thought. But the problem was all the dealers and the casino people got pissed off because they weren't tipping. Because tipping wasn't part of the mathematical thing. Do I need to subtlety this? Or do I need to Disrupting Shoal? I can't do anything about it. I guess I should subtlety this. Buy myself some time. Bonk. Maybe that's a waste of cards. Maybe this whole deck is a waste. They only have 3 cards, though. Yeah. So, like, they would be playing Table Max, and there would be 6 of them. I remember hearing the stories, because I used to work there. So it would be Table Max, and there would be, like, 6 of them. And, I could snap back the thing. Alright, let's... Yeah. There's a lot of cool stories like that. So they calculated the game and it didn't. They calculated the game odds wrong. Ledger Shredder. Sure. Now they're going to play a Ragavan. It's interesting that they're doing this now. Yeah, the little casino that I worked at didn't do free drinks. Because it was in the middle of the country and the guy just didn't want to... he felt guilty doing it because he was like, everyone's going to drink and drive. So he didn't give out free drinks. And then one time he was walking through the casino and there were these 2 guys and they were just like, yo, they knew that he was the owner. So they just started bitching at him. They're like, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you give out free drinks? Blah, 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 blah. Right? And so the owner, who's like a multi-gabillionaire or whatever, goes into his wallet and pulls out $20. And he gives it to me and he says, see that those guys get drinks. So stupid. Such a stupid thing. So, we're going to cast this Lotus Bloom. Okay. Well, they might just be dead. Okay. All right. So we need to think now. We need to be very, very careful because we need to cast Selective Memory. Okay. So the problem is the Ragavan attack, right? So we need to leave a card on top of the deck, and then they could not attack with the Ragavan. So how do we do this? Sorry. It'll be a sec. But what if they don't attack? No, because you get to attack with, or not attack. The mind games. All right, we're gonna tell our opponent how to beat us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I'm gonna put 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I think everything's clicked except for one Seagate and one Thassa's Oracle. Let's just make sure everything's clicked. Everything's clicked. Everything is clicked. Thassa number 2 was exiled from our hand for the Subtlety on the Ragavan on turn 1. Yeah, we're going to have to snap back the Ragavan. Pitching the Disrupting Shoal. We're probably dead. Because we have to snap back the Ragavan. Pitching the Disrupting Shoal. They'll probably look and they'll see what the top card is. Alright, so they're not attacking with Ragavan. Wild. So that means we're drawing the land. So we'll play the land, Preordain. And hopefully have Disrupting Shoal to counter the counterspell they're going to play. Alright, so hopefully we have everything we need to beat them. So they're going to draw a card. We're going to play this, shock it in. Then we're going to go Preordain. GG. Top. How do they not have a counterspell? How did we win this? Why not bottom 1 Oracle? Jeez. 4 win. Thank you for giving out a gifted sub to Voxy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Alright, 3-1. Pretty good. Pretty good. This deck has potential. It's so awkward. Oh my goodness, is this awkward. We actually had counterspell beat in that last game too. Thank you for giving out another gifted sub, Lord Beerus. I appreciate that. Thank you. So we did have Disrupting Shoal counter pitch snapback counter counterspell. Okay, what do we got here? We got Lotus Bloom. This is a keeper. We've got Lotus Bloom. We've got Belcher. Scalding Tarn. All right. Let's play. Let's suspend. Yield to turn. Our opponent is going to be probably very confused. That's very kind of you for him. We'll try to just keep it nice and chill. Who said something about blue-white control earlier? Stoneforge Mystic. Do we want to counter this Stoneforge? All right. It's math time. It's math time. So we're going to play this. This is going to go to 2. Then they're going to hit us for 5. This is going to go to 1. Then they're going to hit us to 10. Then this is going to come off. They're going to be able to play Charbelcher. Then pass. They're going to hit us to 5. And then... So we should be good by letting this resolve. Disrupting Shoal. You max out blue card mana value X rather than cast it counter target spell mana value X. So we can Shoal Pit Shoal to counter it. But then we lose the game to a Teferi. The problem is we lose the game to Teferi. So we're going to let this resolve. For better or worse, we let this resolve. Because doing the race thing, we should win the game. Because we're going to have to beat counter spells or God knows what else from them. Alright, there's another Lotus Bloom. Play this. I want to keep the Mimic because we can Shoal Pitch Mimic to counter a Teferi. Call, draw. Sure. Alrighty. Well, they just want to smack us. They just choose violence. Yeah, Timeless is stupid. How are you going to have Dark Ritual and Necropotence legal in the same format? Like, what are you thinking? I don't know what they're thinking with that. I don't know. I don't know how it would be fun to play against Necropotence. That card's not a fun card to play against. Uh-huh. Shit. Uh-huh. I have to discard a card here. Discard Shoal, I guess. Alright. I should have discarded Selective Memory. Lotus Bloom. Cast Lotus Bloom. I guess we're just dead. We're just dead because they attack us. Because they have Feast or Famine. So I should have just forced this. We're just dead. Just dead. What a shame. What a shame. There's no reason to show them the stuff. Alright, we need Spell Pierces. Commandeer is probably pretty good. We probably don't need Snapback. Alright. Yeah, we should have forced it. We should have forced it, and we didn't force it. Now we're gonna die. Now we're gonna die. I guess we'll keep. Pitch this. Play. Suspend. Why are you playing Selective Memory? You Selective Memory your entire deck away, and then you put 2 Thassa's Oracles on top of your library. That's the rub with that card. And because it says search your life for any number of non-land cards, you just exile the whole deck, and then you just play Thassa's Oracle. That's what you were trying to do. It's a bad paradigm shift, yeah. Our opponent says be right back. So what does that mean? We are going to play the Enchant Wordle while they're AFK. Since we're just sitting here chilling. Enchant Wordle, Uro. Titan of Nature's Wrath. Nope. Less mana from before this. Let's try Goblin Trenches. It's one of these 2 colors. It's from before this. It's less mana. Has no subtype. So let's try a red 2 mana. Let's try Arc Lightning. That's 3 mana. But whatever. Okay, so it's a sorcery. It's from here. It's red and. So it's multiple colors. So there weren't that many multiple colored sorceries that are red and whatever. There would be 2 mana. No, because look at the time period. It's before this, right? So it's Fire Covenant's an instant. Grovax Torch. That's a good name. That's a really good guess. But it's at an uncommon. We're getting closer. It's Mirage. It's from Mirage. It's red and black. Oh, it's like a song card. Oh, I know the name of it. It's like you could destroy a creature. It's like Purge. Yeah, it's something Purge. Yeah. Yup. It's Purge. Destroy target creature with cast cost equal to X. If that creature is put in the grave this way, Cork Purge deals damage. Either that creature control or cheat target, blah, 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 blah. Alright, good shit. They played a Ragavan. Very exciting. They played a Ragavan. Mirage. Broken cards for Mirage. A lot of cool cards in that set. Some of the most broken cards in Magic history are in that set. LED is in that set. My favorite... Oh, Lion's Eye Diamond. As a Storm player, Lion's Eye Diamond. Wall of Roots is from that set, too. Wall of Roots is a hell of a card. Probably Lion's Eye Diamond, Wall of Roots. There's one other Mirage card that I really liked. Let's take a look at Mirage cards. Let's see. What are we doing? We're just playing another land tapped. Bonk. What was a Mirage card? Let's try... Lion's Eye. Mirage. I like Celestial Dawn. This card was so sick back in the day. I used to play this card in Vintage a long time ago. I played Celestial Dawn. It was really good against Pyroblast and Hydroblast and stuff like that. Alright. I don't think we can win this game. I think they're going to have way too many permission spells and counter spells. Some really good art in this set. Alrighty. So the problem is... we have a major problem here. They have 6 mana worth of counter spells in their deck. Alright, so what can we do here? We're playing this land. We can play Selective Memory, or we can play Charbelcher. I think we just jam Charbelcher. Alright, now we're going to play Bonk. Bonk. We had to play this land. This land just came into play tapped. So this is still... we still had to crack Lotus no matter what we did. Okay. Of course they have counterspells. They probably have another one. They probably have another one. What was another card I liked? There was like a couple of cards I liked from this set. Flash is so broken. I really like the art on Dissipate. Dark Ritual. Choking Sands. I probably own like 50 copies of this card. I love this card. I have like thousands, like 50 copies of this stupid card. Stoneforge Mystic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Selective Memory. A long time ago, a buddy of mine copied the Vintage Cube, right? So they copied the Vintage Cube, and they sent out... At the time, the cube had the card Searing Spear, and they sent it off to some like Chinese counterfeit people, so they gave a bunch of proxies. So they got back a proxied cube, and in the proxy cube, instead of Searing Spear, it had this card, Searing Sphere Asari, or whatever the hell it's called. And so this vintage cube had this random Mirage Knight in it, next to like Power 9 and Bolt and stuff. And it was, I always get a kick out of this card every time I see it, because this proxied vintage cube had this card in it, and we just left it in because what the hell. Alright, they countered our thing. We can't win, by the way. Too many counterspells. Too many counterspells. They're about to smash us in the face for 1,000,000 damage. Make us discard. Alright, so this deck is cool. You can obviously beat a certain type of deck, right? But it struggles against counterspell decks. It struggles against counterspell decks. I wonder if there should be some number of maybe Force of Negations to try and jam through, but at the same time, we're generally passing the turn. But this deck does have a power to it, and it can beat certain decks. But it kind of struggles with counterspells. This list is kind of cool. I could see defense grids. I could also see, like, actually putting some work in the sideboard. Like, why are we playing Engineered Explosives on 1, right? What are we ever Engineered Explosives on 1? I could see playing more Ensnaring Bridges. I could see, like, playing more Spell Pierces. Some Flusterstorms even to try and fight the counter war, right? There's a lot of things I could see doing. Like, what are we playing Dampening Sphere against? Tron? I don't know. It feels like we could play more counter spells or something to deal with those kind of decks. But just playing 2 Spell Pierces. The problem is, like, a lot of these cards don't fight back counter wars very good. So maybe if these were Flusterstorms or Mystical Disputes or something like that. Maybe. We could try this. We'll give it a shot. Alright, let's open our chest. Let's see what we got. But this is a cool list. Cool things to do. Alright. Let's stop for this, and then we'll do a vote here. We'll let you guys... I'll just run a stop. So... what do you guys want to see next? Let's check out that... Let's check out this...